Hey everybody, it is Mary Larson, and tonight I am going to be doing a makeup look that I have been wanting to do for so incredibly long. For those of you who don't know, I podcast about a show called Outlander, and it's on Stars, and it is an amazing show, and there is this character named Claire who travels back in time to Scotland. It's amazing. Anyway, this is the look that I am recreating tonight. This is Claire from season 1. And it is very feminine. It's very appropriate for spring. It is spring here in Rhode Island. So I'm going to be recreating that look of Claire. And I wanted to do this because I am a Unique consultant. Unique is a makeup line. And you can find my website above. It is minutewithmary.com. All of the products that I mentioned tonight, you can find on my website. If you have questions, if you'd like to see me do another look from a television show or movie, I want you to let me know in the comments below. But I just figured it would be a heck of a lot of fun to do this with you. I'm doing a spring look based upon Claire from Outlander. It is this look. This comes from a scene where she is like reading a book and she is with her first husband. I'm giving a little something away, but it's really light and springy and fresh-faced. So that is the look that I'm going to do for you this evening. And I'm going to highlight some of my favorite products. Once again, you can see my website in the comments below. It is minutewithmary.com. And I'm so excited. So if any of you are actually seeing this video, if you can give a thumbs up so I know you're there, because I can't see any comments yet. So just let me know you're there if you are watching. All right, so what I've done so far is I've washed my face with some items from our Royalty skincare line. I've made sure to moisturize. There are some likes. Yay, let me know who's watching below, what you're up to. I'm going to wear the BB Flawless cream, our BB cream right here. This is in Bisque, which is one of our more lighter shades. So I wear Scarlet, which is our lightest shade in our liquid foundation. Thank you for the likes. And this is BB cream. So BB cream is great for those of you who might have, actually no, before I do the BB cream, I can't believe I almost forgot. I need to actually prime my face. Glorious Touch Primer. This is what you need, whether you're wearing liquid foundation, powder, BB cream. This fills in the fine lines, fills in your wrinkles, and it really sets the stage. So Claire, who I'm basing this upon, has flawless skin, of course, because she's amazing. Thank you guys for the likes. I see you're there. Let me know who's watching right in the comments. Tell me if you know what Outlander is or if you don't know what Outlander is. So I'm putting on this primer, this Glorious Touch Primer. If you do not use primer yet and you put on makeup on your skin, you're like wasting at least half of your makeup. If you go to work and by the time you get to work, your makeup is off your face and you're like, why? I spent 15 minutes putting on makeup and why isn't there? It's because you need primer. This is a godsend. Rosalinda, Outlander is a show on Stars. And it is a brilliant show. It is captivating. It's based upon a book series that I'm in love with and many of my friends are in love with. So those of you who know about Outlander, let's let Rosalinda know. It's amazing. And this woman, Claire, what did I get on my iPad? This woman, Claire, is one of the leads of the show. And this is the look that I am going to recreate tonight. Super excited. Perfect for spring, nice and fresh and totally attainable for lots and lots of people right there. So I want to show you how to accomplish that look. But Claire is from the 1940s and she goes back in time to Scotland right around the Jacobite Revolution and ends up meeting these Highlanders and goes on this amazing adventure, and that's just the first book. So we are now into season 3, where it's going to be coming hopefully in September, the end of September. But until then, people who love the show are finding ways to enjoy it when it's off season. So I'm basing this look on Claire and using all products from Unique. And you can find my website. I sell Unique products. You can find all the products that I'm going to talk about tonight on my website, minutewithmary.com. It's just in the links above. And if you guys have any questions, keep asking them. So primer is on my face. I let it sit there for a little time. You can even like put it on your eyelids. Next, I'm going to be using the BB cream in Bisque. I'm a very pale person, but Bisque is perfect for me. Why do I like BB cream? Okay, BB cream is great for those of you who have aging skin, for those of you who have dry skin. Okay, what it does is it like locks in moisture, so it gives a little bit of color. And I have a lot of discoloration in like this area. I'm very red around here. My forehead, not so much. So I try to concentrate more of the product there. But I tend to be very dry. I do like liquid foundation, but if I'm gonna wear liquid foundation, I need to make sure that I exfoliate a lot and I moisturize a lot, and I use some like oil serums to make sure that I lock in the moisture. Because if you use a liquid foundation and you have dry skin and you don't take care of your skin, it's gonna look cakey. It's gonna like stick to this dry skin. So if you're someone who's like, I don't have time to do like crazy self-care for my skin, BB cream is great. Already, it kind of evened out a little bit of my complexion, gave me a little bit of color. BB cream's awesome, even just in spring or summer, if you just want a little bit of a look. I like to have that if I'm just running quick errands with the kids and I want to hide a bit of my discoloration. So that was the BB cream. And now I'm going to go in with my Mineral Touch Press Powder. And I am color velour. The press powder also is a little bit like lighter, so a little bit goes a long way. It's just pressed powder, and I am going to literally press it on my skin with this little dab sponge that it came with. You can use a brush. I'm using it this way because I want to have a really finished matte look. So I was talking earlier about if you have really dry skin or if you have aging skin that may not work as well with some liquid foundations. This BB cream and powder combination is awesome for you. You can use a brush. You can use this little sponge that it comes with. It's going to give you great coverage. The powder, even with the primer, would give you great coverage. But this together, just kind of their powers combined, really helps make a clean, matte look. Now, if you have a lot of fine lines that you are trying to hide, if you are getting those little crow's feet, or, you know, I'm starting to get these lines up here, you don't want to have like a shiny foundation. You want to have more of a matte foundation because shine exaggerates the lines that we are trying to hide, okay? So I don't yet have mature skin. I'm going to be 35, but I'm starting to get these lines. The reason that I choose the BB cream and the powder a lot is because I have more dry skin. I have dry combination skin. And if I want to have good coverage with a more matte look, which is the look that I'm trying to mimic today, then you're going to want to do BB cream and powder. Now, because I put on the primer, this is going to stay. Well, granted, it's like nighttime. I'm not really going out anywhere, but this is going to stay really, really well. So those of you who are in the chat, let me know what your makeup routines are. Do you use makeup? Do you use liquid? Do you use powder? What are you guys doing? So once again, the picture that I'm going off of is this one of Claire and Matt. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to brighten under my eyes. You can see that she has a nice light underneath her eyes. I've put on my BB cream. I've put on my powder. I feel like that's going to chill out for a little bit, and now I need to brighten under my eyes. So I have two different concealers. I have our lightest shade, which is Scarlet, which I use like all the time, especially underneath my liquid foundation. And then I have Organza, which is like a step darker. Now, I am not going to go crazy with my highlighting right now. I don't feel like Claire in that picture had really, really bright eyes. I feel like it was more natural. So I'm going to use Organza, and I'm just going to brighten up under my eyes so that I can be fresh-faced like Claire. Little fresh-faced Claire. Everyone wants to be like Claire, right? So when you do concealer, especially Unique's concealer, a little goes a long way. So even this probably will be too much. So it's really highly pigmented. So many pieces of our makeup, just such a little goes a long way. This concealer, for those of you who like concealer, can last you a year, possibly more. You know, depending upon how often you are using concealer. If you are trying to brighten under your eyes and really open your eyes up, make you look awake, use it more as a highlighter, you want to go a few shades lighter than your foundation. If you're trying to work with your discoloration, which is what I'm trying to work against right now, is those blue circles, you want to stick a little bit more towards your skin color that you are. So I'm doing it more in this velour color. And I actually am going to bring, I'm looking at her picture, she has a lot of lightness continuing. Oh no, where did you go, Claire? There she is. She has lightness all around her eyes. And so I'm going to actually bring this concealer even up to my eyes. I have a lot of pink veins up there. Is primer another word for moisturizer? That is a great question, Gail. Primer and moisturizer are two completely different things. Primer, I want you to think about if you paint your house. If you paint the inside of your house and you want to do a nice, fun, wild shade, and say you move in and the house has dark blue walls and you want to do, it doesn't have to be wild, say you just want eggshell and you move in and the house is blue. You can't just paint eggshell over the blue. You have to prime it. Primer also helps when you paint a house, lets that paint stick and makes it stay, and kind of helps with the impurities and the imperfections on the walls. Primer for your face, especially ours, the Glorious Touch Primer, that's what it does. Now, it does help lock in moisture. So I know some people who they're not even going out and they want to put on their primer. One of our friends, Denise, who recently just bought a great bundle that we have going on sale only the month of April, so a couple more days. It's the Flawless 4. It's primer, concealer, liquid foundation, and an amazing foundation brush. Denise was messaging me and she's like, just this primer alone feels so good. And I said, I know. I want to just wear primer. Primer is what you put underneath, and it helps make sure that the product doesn't sink in your fine lines, doesn't sink in your wrinkles, doesn't sink in your little crow's feet, or if you have pores that are big. It helps make sure that, I'm just going to try to fix the coloring a little bit, helps make sure that the pores aren't really showing and that the makeup doesn't settle in your pores. So primer does that. You want to put it on and give it just a little bit of time to let it settle and to let it dry a little bit. Another tip I have for you guys is setting powder. So once again, my skin isn't really aging, but it's starting to. I'm being honest. I get a lot of smile lines and I'm getting these forehead lines, and I have these smile lines right here. Setting powder is going to be like Photoshop for those lines. So it's translucent and you just put it on your concealer. This is almost, I think it's called baking. I don't fully know why it's called baking, but you want to actually like put a lot of it on. It's gonna look crazy town, but I'm going in my problem spots where I really don't want makeup to cake. I don't want it to settle. So what this does is it sticks to that concealer, it sticks to that BB cream powder finish, and I'm gonna leave it there just for a couple of minutes to let it fill in what is left of those lines. So that way I look fresh face. You look at Claire and you really can't see too much. I don't know what I got on you, poor Claire. You know, her face is just so fresh and flawless. So while that's going on, while I am setting my concealer, I hope that made sense with the primer. Our product's fragrance free. So the only products that I have noticed a fragrance are the rose like water toner, which is supposed to smell like rose, and our liquid foundation, which is in that bundle that I was telling you guys about. Where is it? I didn't put it on tonight. This one smells very faintly like a powder, I guess is the best way I can describe it. It is mineral based. It's Mineral Touch liquid foundation. All of the products are naturally based. But aside from that, nothing else has been smelly to me at all. So hopefully that helps. So, and Gail, let me know if the primer question was answered for you. So the next thing that I'm going to do is Claire has a bit of color on her, and I have, since I've powdered myself and I've gotten more of like a flawless look going on, I am going to add a little bit of bronzer. Now, bronzer isn't just for people to look tan. I think it's important. I'm very fair. I'm very fair. And I used to wear, I'm going to show you. I used to wear Smashbox. What was this color? I don't even know. Number 11, whatever it was. This is not the same color as my skin, right? This is not the same color as my neck, but look at that. Like, this is like a more yellow based tan. This is, look at how much I even used. That's like a lot. This is what I would wear when I was on television, because television lights blind you and make you look like a vampire. So I would have to wear super dark makeup to make up for the fact that I was under television lights. But the problem is that this was like the best foundation that I had at the time, aside from like cheapy CVS stuff. So I was wearing this wrong foundation and having tan face and then white neck, and then I would paint more foundation on my neck. I would take bronzer and paint even more of my body so that I would match this foundation, which wasn't the right shade for me. So you really want to make sure when you get makeup that you're matching really towards your neck, so that way you don't have to paint your neck. And if you have questions about color matching, I can help you. I can really help you. It's kind of my gig right now, since I am now a makeup person and this is my biz. So I'm taking some bronzer to give myself color back. I'm not going crazy. Remember, I didn't paint myself in the wrong colored BB cream or the wrong colored powder, but I did create a really kind of flat canvas. And so by adding some bronzer, you're going to add some dimension and bring some color back. So I'm adding it just a little bit. I need to get a new brush. This is one of my Mother's Day wish list is going to be some of our brushes from Unique, because I need new brushes. If you've been using the same brush since, you know, the past decade, the brush needs to go. This one, it like makes a sound. Something's wrong with it. It even makes a sound. So that is on my must-have list right now. I also am going to be adding a little bronzer on my nose and a little down my neck. Okay, so it just gave me a bit of dimension. I did a little bit of contouring. So contouring is when you go around your hairline, you go underneath your cheekbones, and then you go under your chin. That helps make you a little svelter. It's just adding dimension. When you are just one straight color, you know, it's like your whole face is towards the world. But if you add a little bit more of the dimension to those natural lines in your face, it really helps svelte you up, but also just makes your face look normal again, but less discolored and more like Claire. I mean, once again, who doesn't want to look like this beauty? So that's what I'm emulating tonight. Claire in this photo has some nice rosy cheeks. And what I want to tell you about Unique blush is that a little goes a long way, guys. So like put a very little bit on your brush. You're going to have it forever, I feel like. Nice, bright colors. And you just want to smile when you do your blush. So I did my contouring, my bronzer right down here, and you're going to smile and just kind of bring that up. In this picture of Claire that I am using as an inspiration, she is very pink cheeked. She went to town with the blush. So I'm just going to go to town with the blush as well. She's very feminine in this photo. And I'm going to show you once again. You're going to see how much pigment she has, how much blush Claire is rocking in this picture. You can see her whole cheek is just glowing with pink. So now that I've done my blush, my bronzer, I'm just going to blend a little bit. Gail, no, it fills in the lines. Yes, helps the foundation stay. I think, hopefully that's the other thing I said. Sorry if I didn't. Thank you, Megan. Thank you if I didn't see something. So it's, all of this just gives the primer and the setting powder, makes everything stay. It's like hairspray for your face. It keeps this product on. Just as I said in the beginning of this video, I hate when I used to put on makeup and then I'd leave and I'd get to work and it was all off. And I'm like, why did I spend all that time and money? If you're spending good money on makeup, you don't want to waste it by not wearing primer, by not wearing a setting powder, because it falls off. Like that's, you need to keep it on. You need to prime yourself. All right. So I'm feeling like I've got some color on me, and I've blended in the little bit of bronzer. I've got a nice look going on, nice and clean. So Claire is, she has like this really light underneath her brows. Her eye makeup is very, very simple in this picture. So I'm going to use Sexy. It's just one of our like loose pigments. Megan, this is like one of my colors that I've had for so long, just to let you guys know the product lasts and lasts and lasts. So it's a really shimmery, like neutral color, and I used some concealer, concealer underneath my eyes to help lighten it up. And you really just want to go and get underneath those brows. When you highlight under your eyebrows, it lifts your eyes. So if you feel like you have tired eyes and like the world has got you down, such long use, seriously, such long use out of these products, it's insane. This is going to wake you up. It is going to give you a more youthful eye. Claire looks super young in this picture, but I'm going to show you again what I'm trying to mimic. So she has, I'm going to get in a little close. It's all light underneath this eyebrow. Like all of that lid is light. And that is making her look super youthful. Now the character Claire, I'm going to spoil it a little bit, travels in time. And in the end of season 2, it's 20 years in the future. And they're able to accomplish so much of her looking youthful in this photo because of makeup. It's very light. It's very springtime, even though it's not even spring when that shot was taken. Light and airy. So I just took light, sexy, all from here up, lifting my eyebrows, making me feel more youthful. I am also going to take the color and put it on the inner corners of my eyes right there and kind of bring it up. Once again, this is going to open my eyes, make me look more awake and youthful. You see that? This is like a movie star trick, is if you take a nice light color, you know, whether it's a white or a very, very light pink. You could even take, we have these great eyeliner pencils, and this color right here, Pristine. I often take Pristine and I just kind of like color in here and smudge it with my fingers because that brightens up your eyes so incredibly much. So right now, I've brought a lot of light and attention to my eyes. As I said, Claire in this photo is very feminine. Lots of pinks, and I'm going to wear Hopeful. This is our Splurge Cream eyeshadow. This came in my presenter's kit. When I became a presenter for Younique, when I decided that I wanted Younique to be a business for me, I got over $360 worth of product for $99 in this epic, amazing, beautiful bag. It came with skincare items, it came with mascara, it came with eyeshadows and brushes and all this stuff. And to be honest, even like if you didn't feel like presenting right away, you would just have a blast playing with $360 worth of product. It was so fun. This was one of the pieces that I got out of it, and I love it. I love this light pink creamy color, and it goes on super smooth. You can use a more thick brush if you'd like for cream shadows. Something like this would be fine. I just like to use my finger right now. And one thing that I have a difficulty in this picture seeing is really, oh, where'd you go, Claire? Come back. Is really what is on the top of her eyelid. And so I'm just guessing, but she's had so much pink in this picture that I think she would have continued to have pink. And in a couple other scenes, she actually does have pinks on her lid. So I think that Claire at that time was rocking a lot of pink eyeshadow. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to give a little definition to my eyes. The actress, Katrina Balfe, her eyelids are different than mine. Her eyelids come down a lot further. So see how you can't really, like, you can see this part of my eyelid, and you can't see that on Katrina. She has a little bit more of a hooded eye effect. So some of you might have, like, your eyelids might come down a lot more, and that's okay. Like, everyone has different eye shapes. You know who has really hooded eyelids is Jennifer Lawrence. She does. So it's sometimes it's hard to see what color people have here unless they're blinking. So in a different scene, as I said, I did see what the makeup looked like, but at least definitely in that shot, because she's looking up, I can't see the color that she's doing there. But to give a little definition, I am going to use our Moodstruck Addiction palette. Number 1, this palette also came in my presenter's kit. It is awesome for every eye color. Every eye color. Okay, if you have brown eyes, you can rock the brown and golds. If you have green eyes or blue eyes, these colors are, I mean, honestly, every color eye can look great with this palette. Now, I'm going to do very, very little, let's see, I'm just going to do like a touch of chipper, such a little touch of chipper, because I really don't see a lot of dark color on Claire's eyes in that photo, but I want to give myself a little depth because my eye shape is different. So chipper right there. I'm just going to take my deluxe brush and I'm going to tap it because I really don't want a lot of product. I'm going to tap a little more, and I am going to lightly touch right there. See, look at that little bit that I've already just done. Lightly touch. Now this is going to help me mimic just the depth of her eyes. Her eye shape is different. I'm adding this because if I just had all straight light, it would look a little crazy. So I need to make sure that I give my eyelids a little more depth. So those of you who are on right now, let me know if you've watched Outlander, or if you haven't watched Outlander, what shows you do watch, because I really want to start doing like TV inspired makeup looks like this one, and I'm pretty darn excited about it. So let me know if you are an Outlander fan, if you're not an Outlander fan, who else you'd like. So one of the reasons I'm bringing in this brown, even though I can't see it on Claire's eyes in that picture. Thanks, Megan. You'll have to tell me what you even learned, because I feel like I'm rambling half the time. So I am adding in this brown right here, even though I can't see it in the picture of Claire, because her eye shape is different. I think she does have some brown on her eyes, and I'm going to show you why. Because under her eye, she has a little shadow. It's not like a liner. It's more like a very subtle, light, very dusting of powder brown shadow going under there, under her lower lash line. And I'll show you another picture of the same right there, right there. So, ooh, that might even show it a little bit more. So you see how pink she is, how matte she is. She's got a little illumination going on in her nose. But if you look at her eyes, see, it's got like a little brown liner. So that is why I think she might have a little brown up top as well. And I think she's using it as a liner. All right, so I've let my concealer bake a little bit. I'm gonna brush that off so I don't ever forget. I put all that setting powder to make sure everything stayed. And I'm gonna curl my eyelashes. One of the big things about this photo of Claire, about Claire from these scenes, are her very feminine long eyelashes. And they're perfectly curled. They're just like dreamboaty. That's all you see is this beautiful face and smile. And one of my favorite products from Younique is our mascara. And it is because it lengthens and thickens lashes like you would not believe. Now, if you want super chunky, voluminous lashes, you are going to have multiple coats of this mascara. You can build to your heart's delight of how thick and long and extraordinary you want these lashes to be. Claire's lashes in this scene are very delicate. They are long and feminine. So I'm going to take things a step further with our mascara, and I'm going to show you a trick. So when I curl my lashes, I start from the base. I go 1, 2, 3, and then I go back to the base for one final curl. Her lashes were like super, super curled and very like dreamboat. See, look at the difference just between curling and not. This is so great. I'm going to look through. Oh, so I have 2 kids. I feel like I don't have a lot of time to pamper myself. A Victoria makeup look. I'm going to have to see that. So I feel like, so for a couple of years, I wasn't wearing makeup. I wasn't taking care of myself and doing self-care because, let's be real, I had like these kids running around and things were crazy. And this year, I realized that no one is going to take care of me as well as I can take care of myself. It's just not going to happen. Not my husband, not my mom, not my kids. I need to do it. And I feel like I was that hot mess mom that everyone would make fun of in the shows. So I'm going to take, this is my extra special tip. I have an eyelash comb. This part right here is for my eyebrows. This part right here is for eyelashes. I bought this through Younique. I have had other eyelash combs through CVS or whatever, and they were crap. I like this one because it's metal, and this is what makes a huge difference. So I'm going to actually comb through my lashes right now to keep them separated. Yes, I don't even have product on them, but I want to make sure that they're perfectly separated so that it looks like glamorous Claire in that photo. So So I thought to myself, like, all right, I need to start taking care of myself better. I need to, like, what could I do to not feel like the hot mess mom that is always a hot mess? And I started with mascara. I thought if I wore mascara, I would feel like I looked like I was a bit more awake, and I could look like I got a little bit more sleep, or that I had a couple of cups of hot coffee, because I don't even get to drink hot coffee. How many of you don't even get to drink hot coffee? Like, these lovely kids, they always interrupt me just as I'm about to sip, and I'm pretty sure I microwave my coffee probably on average 5 to 7 times a day. And it's not like I drink 5 to 7 cups. It's the same cup. I just have to keep microwaving it because they keep stopping me from drinking coffee. So I thought, you know what? I can take a couple of minutes, and not even a couple of minutes, a minute, and do my mascara. If I just did my mascara, I could get back in the hang of this. I used to wear makeup every day for work. And lots of makeup. I used to put on makeup like I was getting ready for a wedding, and I had it down pat. I had makeup that would normally take me an hour. I could do it in 20 minutes or less, because I was so used to it. So I thought to myself, if I want to start wearing makeup again, I need to start slow, and I need to make it a routine. I'm going to start with mascara. And at first, when I got this mascara from Unique, you're going to see why it's different, okay? So this is the transplanting gel. It's just like mascara. You can wear it just like mascara. I'm doing it roots to tip. It is stickier, though, than mascara, because the second part of this mascara are these fibers. So there's 2 tubes that come in our mascara. One is the transplanting gel, and the other are these fibers. And these fibers are what are going to lengthen these lashes. So I have this sticky transplanting gel on. Now I'm going to go from the back of my lashes and put it on. And these little fibers are now going to stick to my lashes, thicken them out, and lengthen them. Just like Claire in that photo had a lot of length. So you see how some of them are little clumpies? It's okay, because I'm going to start now on the front and touch and pull, touch and pull. And what I'm doing is I'm teaching those fibers which direction to go. So I got this mascara, guys. I got this, no, not this exact one. The same brand. I got the same thing. I've gotten extra mascara since then. I got this mascara because it is my favorite mascara. It blows every other mascara that I've ever used out of the water because of the length, of the fullness. And I said, I'm going to wear mascara. I'm going to wear mascara every day, because look at how flippin' amazing that is compared to this eye. So as I said, I'm going to take things a little step further, and I'm going to comb through a few times because they're very, very delicate in this picture. You can do this if you'd like to by getting a comb. Now the problem is that I'm taking out some of the volume when I comb through, but Claire's lashes in this picture are long but very thin and dainty. So I'm just trying to teach those fibers just to go straight. I don't need extra volume to mimic Claire. I need length. Okay, but still, look at that. Look at this eye versus this eye. So I did gel and fibers, and now I'm going to do it on the second eye. And so I started doing mascara, and that was it. That's all I felt like I had time to do. I said, if I have 5 minutes at first to get used to this, and what would take me 5 minutes in the beginning, because it is a different step. It's not just mascara. As you see, it's mascara and fibers. It took me 5 minutes in the beginning. Could I get 5 minutes in the morning? Yeah. I told Blake, I was like, I need 5 minutes. I need to go and put dry shampoo in my hair because I don't have time to take a full shower. So I'm going to have to fake it and put in deodorant, dry shampoo, and I want to put on mascara. So it took me 5 minutes in the beginning to get used to this. There's a bit of a learning curve with this mascara. It is a little different. And then I just kept doing it, and it got faster, and now I can do it in a minute. So now that I can do it in a minute, I had 5 minutes originally to get ready. And now I don't need 5 minutes for my mascara, so what else can I do? So I started to do lip, or I started to do foundation, or I started to add blush. And so I just kind of mixed it up, and I've now really gotten into a great routine where I can do a very full face. A full face, like, wow, I look really good. Like, I did my makeup in 7 minutes. I can do it in 7 minutes because I trained myself little by little. So if you feel like you don't have time, I get it. You may not have time for a full face. I right now have time because someone's watching my kids. Because I was like, I'm going crazy. Can someone please come over here and help me? Because I want to play with makeup. And I'm very fortunate that I live near my parents and they came and saved my sanity. So once again, I'm taking the fibers and I'm going on the backs of my lashes. and I'm putting it on because Claire in that photo had really long feminine lashes. Now, this is what makes, look at this. Look at this. I am not wearing fake lashes. You guys have seen me this entire time. Like, I haven't glued on lashes, and yet this is the length and the fullness that I would get back in the days when I used to glue on strip lashes. This is why I have decided to sell makeup, guys. This is it. So once again, I'm going to go through. You don't need to do this step. If you want volume in your lashes, you don't need to comb through. I'm combing through because Claire in the photo, once again, had very long, not really voluminous lashes. So I'm just combing through, taking all those extra fibers off that aren't really adding length, and I am just separating. Now, if you yourself really like to have very defined separated lashes, you need to get yourself an eyelash comb. If you love your mascara that you're using right now, but you just feel like it's not separating and you don't want to necessarily jump on the bandwagon of the unique 3D fiber mascara. Yes, I just poked myself in the face. I get it, but no joke, this brush is better than any of the brushes that I've had too, this comb. So, if you feel like you need that, let me know and I can tell you where to get that. All right, so this eye has had some time to dry. The fibers have stuck to it. So the final step in this mascara is you take the gel and you go back over it. This is going to seal the fibers in place. You're telling them, hey, you know what? You are now part of my eyelashes. Thank you very much. I feel like a movie star. Please stay. And if you seal these on, they will stay all day. Our mascara is water resistant, not waterproof. I don't want you to go swimming in the ocean with it, but it's water resistant. So I have been able to go to movies. AKA Lion King. I've been able to see that show. I cry every flippin' time Mufasa dies. I've been able to watch, like, go to weddings. I cry every wedding. I don't know why. It's just so emotional. I cried at Claire's wedding in the show. I cried at both of the weddings that we got to see. I was so emotional for her. So it will stay on. It will stay on. And yet, what I really dig about this mascara, and one of my friends just pointed it out today. My friend Stephanie bought this mascara from me. She said, I had no idea it was so easy to take off. No idea. And I said, I know. Other water resistant or waterproof mascaras, often when I wash them, become like waxy, and then my lashes glump together, or I feel like I have to like really wash them and like pull it off. This just comes off with regular face wash. So it's water resistant. It puts up with the day. I don't have like black underneath my eyes, and yet it can wash off easily. So look at this difference. For those of you who have been with me, look how incredibly feminine, long, just defined these lashes are. And once again, this is the look that I'm going for with Claire, and she's got it. She has very curled, defined, long, and feminine lashes. This one right here was why I was like, oh yeah, I need to use the comb, because look at that. Very defined, lovely. So now I'm going to go underneath to make a little bit of liner. I'm going to take that Addiction Palette #1, and I'm going to take Chipper, which I was using before, and I'm going to tap in a little thin brush, and I'm just going to go and pull it. If you ever had a little fibers after you apply, it's totally okay. You can just take like a powder brush and blow them away. But now that they're sealed, no more will fall down. I just go underneath my lashes, and I'm going to pull it. Now, she does not have liner on her underlid, and I'm very thankful for that because I have smaller eyes. I'm still just using Chipper. I have smaller eyes, and I don't like to line the inner part of my waterline because it makes your eyes even smaller. And I'm just going to kind of blend this a little bit with another brush. Hi, Anne. And I'm going to show you the picture that I am trying to replicate of our lovely Claire. You have to tell me how you think I'm doing so far. Anne is one of our bloggers. She is our news editor. She's a senior blogger on the Outlander cast blog. This is the look I'm going for tonight for Claire from Outlander Season 1. Very feminine, perfect for spring, a nice like matte look with a lot of pinks to it. So I have already done my base face, I did that using BB cream and pressed powder. This is awesome if you have more mature skin, or if your skin is more on the dry side. It can also give you a nice matte look. Once again, if you are trying to hide fine lines and wrinkles, you do not want to have a more shiny look, because that will bring out that. And Claire's look in this is very, very, very matte. Her eyebrows are a little defined, and my eyebrows, one thing I was blessed with was crazy eyebrows. Thank Jesus H. Roosevelt Christ. For those of you who don't know Outlander, that is a phrase from Outlander, that thick eyebrows are now in style. Thick eyebrows, as you know, was Baby Claire. That is Baby Claire. This is like one of my favorite looks of Claire, just because it is so basic and feminine. I was blessed with thick eyebrows, and back in the 90s and very early 2000s, when like thick eyebrows were not in, I had a lot of self-conscious issues, but thank goodness I didn't like get rid of them and just pluck them all the time. I had like a unibrow, like right in the middle, a few little hairs that wanted to be there, but I really didn't overpluck my eyebrows, and I'm so happy. I hope the brow trend is here to stay so that I can be like fashionable. So we have some great brow palettes, some brow gel. If you do find that you are not blessed with Bert from Sesame Street eyebrows like myself, and if you need help with them filling in, I can give you recommendations too, because the thing with eyebrows is eyebrows help frame your face. They kind of like break up your face, and they really make your eyes pop. If you don't have defined eyebrows, your eyes kind of don't know what's going on. You need to have defined eyebrows. They don't need to be crazy. They don't need to be like what you're seeing all these super like makeup people with like the super thick brows. As you can see, as you just saw, this is naturally pretty much what my eyebrows look like. I like to fill in right over here because some of mine are going gray already. I've been going gray since I was 21. So I actually fill in where I have a lot of gray eyebrows just to keep it thick. But I don't think you need to go this thick. Once again, this picture of Claire, she had very light yet still defined eyebrows. And that's what helps really make her eyes keep that romantic look. A little bit of a really of a light liner. Oh, you started using brow gel. Brow gel completely changes lives. Like when you see yourself with defined brows, it's a complete game changer. Between that and mascara, like whenever I see friends and they're like, what makeup tip can you give me? I'm like, you need to do your brows. You need to define your brows, and I'm back. Oh, thank you, Julie. Thank you. So this is the look that I'm going for. I'm trying to mimic Claire. I have one last thing that I want to show you guys about this look. So very feminine. We've got the lashes going on thanks to the fiber lashes from Unique. And once again, all of the products that I'm talking about you can find on my website, and I can help color match you. We've got to do some lips. So look at her lips are like a nude with a bit pink purplish color, and it's not glossy. It's very matte. So as soon as I saw that, I was like, I know exactly the color that I'm going to be doing. It is our lip liner in Prudent, which is a very nudish color. Was this? Let me make sure I have the one that I wanted. And this is, oh no, it was this one. It was Plush. Plush is a little bit more mauvish. You can see that. Yeah, it's Plush that I want. So, lip liners are not just for lining the lips. They're great to fill in and actually use as a very matte lipstick and a long-lasting lipstick. We have different glosses and lip stains. Lip stains stay on forever, for your whole day if you want. They're so great. Lip liners give a nice matte full coverage look without worrying about them coming off when you eat right away. So I find that with lipsticks, I love lipsticks. I love the color and the creaminess of lipsticks. But if you are going out to have cocktails with a friend, your lipstick's gonna be all over your cup right away. Lip liner, that doesn't happen as much. Lip stains, it doesn't happen at all. So I'm more of a lip liner lip stain girl. So you can see it's just changing the color of my lips to more of a more purplish nude, and it is very matte. Very, very matte. And I like that. I know that's what the first thing I noticed about Claire's lips is they kind of seemed like this somewhat purplish, very slightly pink nude matte look. And this is the look that I've tried to go for. So let me know if you think I've accomplished it. You can let me know in the comments. You can give me some thumbs up if you think I have. If you think I look like an absolute lunatic, you could do the haha emoji right now, and I would not blame you. But this is the look right there with some nice light spring. Got the highlighting under the eyes, the matte look with the nice coverage, and really defined lashes. If you wanted to add gloss to this, if you wanted to change, like if I wanted to change one thing about that look that Claire had, I would add a little gloss to the matte look. I would take Lovable, which is like this really, really pinky bubblegummy color. But you don't need to be scared of pinky glosses, because if you put it over a more nude lip liner like this, it like just kind of brings a little shine and a little bit of a different color into the equation. On the eyelashes, maybe you're not seeing it, but does the mascara come in shades? Marcia, no, the mascara comes in just black. It just comes in just that one color. And it's amazing. As I said, there is a slight learning curve. There have been several members of the Outlander Cast Clan gathering who have now purchased our Fiber Lash mascara, and they are loving it. But it is only in black. But to be honest, I think it's great. I think one of the other awesome things about this mascara is that it is nice and dark and thick, that it doesn't, like, it looks like I lined my eyes up top. It looks like I went in and I had black eyeliner, and I didn't. It's just, that's how amazing this mascara is. So, once again, I'm going to show you the look. So, once again, I have my BB cream. I have my Mineral Touch powder on top of it. Gives really good coverage. But underneath all of that, I used primer. I talked about this a lot in the beginning. If you do not have primer and you are putting makeup on your face, whether it's liquid foundation, whether it is BB cream or powder, whatever you're doing, if you do not use primer, you are wasting a lot of your makeup. And what this does is it keeps your fine lines from being filled in and caked in with makeup, but it also keeps that makeup on. This primes your face and takes that makeup and holds on tight. It is like hairspray for your face. So if you already love the makeup that you're using, and you love your concealer and you love your foundation, but you don't have primer, seriously, let me know and I will tell you more about this. I have a link right above, minutewithmary.com. You need to get yourself some primer. You can use it on your eyelids. You can use it all over the place, but this is going to give you so much more bang for your buck with your makeup, because it's going to hold on so much longer. The other recommendation that I have, especially with these like hot summer months coming up, is to use a setting powder. We have a great setting powder, Behold setting powder. That is great too if you want to kind of blur your fine lines. So I have a lot of fine lines over here. So after I put on my concealer, I put on setting powder to just let that fill in the rest of my fine lines, and to be just as an extra like hairspray for my face. Does it feel heavy? It doesn't feel heavy at all, Julie. In the earlier part of this, I was showing my old foundation that I used to wear. This felt heavy. This is Smashbox. And it is totally not my skin tone. This is what I used to wear not even too long ago. And as you can see, it doesn't match my neck. The biggest thing we got to do is we have to match your face to your neck, so you don't have to paint your entire face and neck and chest. So if you don't know color matching, message me and I'll help you. But this used to feel heavy. This used to feel like I could take like a nail and I would like scrape it off. It does not feel heavy. Right now, as I said, I'm wearing BB cream and our Mineral Touch pressed powder. It is a nice light feeling. I don't feel like I'm wearing makeup at all. The only thing that I feel like I'm wearing is I feel like I am wearing a lip product right now, and that is because I put on our gloss. If I hadn't put that on, I probably wouldn't feel like I'm wearing any makeup whatsoever. So I'm really excited. Thank you, Teresa. If you have questions, shoot me a message, because yes, you did, Lindsay. Yeah, you popped in right at the right time. And if you have any questions, like leave it in the comments. I'll shoot you a private message. I have begun selling Younique just recently. I have loved Younique products for a long time. And the reason that I'm selling it right now, I have a goal to pay for my will. For those of you who do listen to my podcast and do know me, you know that I have 2 young kids. And it's just, I've had a lot of friends or just people that I've known who have passed away really, really young. And it's been a little eye-opening for me about how you need to have things in place, especially when you have children. So I don't have a lot of money. I don't have an estate or anything. And I do need to make sure that the guardianship and life insurance were to be taken care of. And we don't have that right now. So if my husband Blake and I got in a car accident, it would be a big debacle probably. And so to fix that, I have decided that I am going to sell makeup this year with the goal that right now I'm working towards paying for a will. So that is why I am selling makeup and not just buying it for myself and having fun. I mean, heck, doing makeup tutorials is something that I wanted to do, especially about Outlander, for so long. And now it's like I can do it and I can also help kind of like stabilize something that's really important for my family. So I'm really excited. And if any of you have any experience about wills, I'm looking between doing online, going to see a lawyer, or doing a hybrid where I could do some of it online and then bring it to a lawyer. Let me know, because I think I can save a little bit on cost for that, and I think I would save some time. That's kind of how I'm feeling that I might want to be doing, but I'm pretty pumped about it. And that is my story about why I'm selling it. You can find it at minutewithmary.com. I have a VIP makeup group where I do little videos, but this, once again, is my finished, complete Claire look. As Anne Gavin said, baby Claire, before she went to the stones, based upon this look right here. Feminine, matte, pinks, very simple, defined eyelashes, and we have this look right here. I mean, heck, like right there. Who wouldn't want to be looking like this lady right here? Lots of, you know, just nice blush and bronzer. So I thought it'd be a great spring look to show you. I don't look like a silly person from a movie. I look like I could go out and have a really great time in the spring. It's really light, it feels awesome, and it doesn't clog my pores. I've had a lot of great luck. Our products are naturally based. I think that was a question that someone else had asked in regards, especially with the fragrance. Our products are naturally based, and I have had great, great, great luck with them with my skin. So this is it. Hi, Libby. If any of you have any questions, I will stick around for 1 more minute, and then I am going to sign off. But I hope you guys like this look. And if there's another look from a character on Outlander or any TV show that you'd like me to recreate, let me know, and hopefully I can get to it really soon. I am going to do a gayless look soon, and I am going to be doing a Jenny Murray look. Jenny's is going to be much more about very flawless skin. I'm going to do that with the Flawless 4. Oh, I forgot Luminizer. How could I have forgotten our Luminizer? I even said it. One thing I got to show you guys. Luminizer. So this is the cream to powder stick. And this is like all the rage right now for spring and summer. It helps brighten you up. And you just do it where the sun would hit you. I do a little here. All right there. And a little right there, and then you're going to blend it. But you see, it looks a little crazy. What it's doing is it's catching the light. So a lot of people know about contouring and how that can help slim down your face. This is another thing that helps slim down your face and also just gives you like this extra little, I don't know, glam boost. And I totally forgot that Claire is really wearing a lot of luminizer. You can just see it where the light catches in this photo. See how it's catching on her high cheekbone, over on her nose? She totally has luminizer going on. So see, just even now, see how it's catching light on the tip of my nose and catching light right here? So I'm a big fan of this cream luminizer. I'm going to show you something that's so embarrassing. I had bought, before I had gotten this, I was so excited about luminizers that I couldn't wait before this could come out. And I was like, that's it, I'm going to go to the store and I'm going to go buy a stick luminizer. And I bought Revlon, and it like broke. First off, it like came out, I think, or it was, yeah, one of them came out. And I put it on, and later that day, I broke out. I had like all clogged pores. It was disgusting, and I was so upset because I was like, why did I do this? Why did I buy drugstore cream Luminizer, which just literally just sat in my pores and clogged it? So I kept that up because I needed to show you guys that I was really embarrassed. Do not buy this one. This has not been an issue at all for my pores, and it's gonna last me forever. It's such little goes such a long way. I do use the color Benevolent, which is the second to latest color. I like it because it is a little bit goldy, but this is the look. So this is my baby Claire inspired look from Claire from Outlander before she went in the stones, when she was reading her book about all those little flowers, and she was just all happy to be on her second honeymoon in Edinburgh. I mean, just look at that. Little did she know the best was yet to come. She looked so happy there. She looked a lot happier in several scenes and a couple of episodes later, I tell you what. But this is the look. So thank you guys so much for tuning in to this Facebook Live. I'm really excited.